श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज, निज मन मुकर सुधारी। बरनौ रघुबर बिमल जसु, जो दायक फल चारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके, सुमिरो पवन कुमार। बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि, हरहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीस तिहु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन बिराज सुबेसा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ वज्र औ ध्वजा बिराजे, कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगबंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, बिकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए। रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बढ़ाई, तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सब तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई। सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे, अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहीसा। जम कुबेर दिख पाल जहाते, कभी कोबिद कहि सके कहते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाय राजपत दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। जुग सहस्त्र जो जन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मैली मुख माही, जलधि लांगी गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के, जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन, राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्त न धरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ करे कोई, छूटहि बंधि महासुख होय। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होए सिद्ध साकी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय मह डेरा। पवन तने संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसो सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय। Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Krishna. While reading the Hanuman Chalisa just now, this verse struck a chord. सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। राम जी एक तपस्वी राजा थे. He was not a sannyasi. He was not a sage. He was a kshatriya. He was a king doing his duty. He was a son. He was a husband. He was a brother. He fulfilled each and every duty. And why is he called a tapasvi raja? Because he did every task in hand as a tapasvi, as if he was offering service to Lord himself. And how was he able to do all his tasks with so much ease and so much devotion? Because he had Hanuman with him. Hanuman ji is Sakshat Bhakti. Bhakti makes everything possible. Yes, today we worship Ram ji as Bhagwan, and rightly so. But at that time, we are talking about Itihas, right? He walked the earth. He lived like us. He was a human. That is a different thing, that he realized that he is nothing but Brahman. But with so much of devotion, with a life full of tapasya, he could accomplish what we totally bow down for. We bow down at his feet because of his accomplishments. What kind of accomplishments? His composure in unforgiving situations. It was like miserable situations. Yet, Sri Ram remained sthit. Sri Ram remained composed. Sri Ram remained devout and true to his true nature of being a Satchit Anand Swarup, to an enemy and a friend alike, to the sinners and to the well-wishers. For him, all were equal. In this play of Maya, there was no need for upheavals. And in the same way, wherever Sri Krishna, again, he walked this earth. He lived a life. His life was nothing but a event, I would say a ripple event of a lot of agony, isn't it? Being born in the prison, then taken away, lived in with Ma Yashoda and Nand Baba, found it to be home, later taken away from Sri Radha. Again he came back, had to destroy his own mama, and so on and so forth till the very end. In the end, his Vansh also got destroyed, isn't it? Yaduvansh. They fought amongst themselves and killed themselves. And at this point in time, when we are reading Geeta, where is Sri Krishna standing? We keep talking about Sri Arjun, isn't it? But हमारे Sri Krishna कहाँ खड़े हैं? Sri Krishna is standing at the Pandava side, right? Yes, Pandu army के साथ खड़े. Exactly, with the Pandava brothers. Arjun, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Nakul, Sahadev, and many others. And who is standing in front of them? Yes, we all say Dhritarashtra and Arjun's agony because his guru, his teachers, his Bhishma Pitama are standing there. But what about Sri Krishna? If we go back, we remember in Mahabharata that Duryodhan and Arjun both approached Sri Krishna, isn't it? And what happened at that time? Duryodhan took away the Narayani Sena, right? And Arjun took away Sri Krishna. So Sri Krishna is standing on this side with the Pandavas. And on the opposite side, everybody he knows is standing there. Isn't it? Arjun's situation is not different from Sri Krishna's situation. Where Arjun has put down his Gandiv, is crying because of attachment. Sri Krishna is saying, "Nahi Arjun, stand up. हम लड़ेंगे. ये धर्म युद्ध है. हम धर्म के लिए लड़ेंगे." Krishna's situation is not different from Arjun's because in front of Krishna, his entire Narayani Sena is there. So many of his near and dear ones are standing right in front of him. So, when Sri Krishna is advising Arjun in the middle of the battlefield, what makes Sri Krishna Bhagavan? And what makes Sri Arjun an insan or a disciple is that faced with the similar situation, one is composed and sthit, the other is trembling, crying, weeping, is in grief. विषाद तो कृष्ण को भी हो सकता था ना, पर क्यों नहीं हुआ? क्योंकि वो माया से परे थे. And that is what Arjun realizes. कि me and my friend Sri Krishna, my brother Sri Krishna, are in the same situation. He is standing against his near and dear ones. I am standing against my near and dear ones. Both will lose a lot in this battle. Both are in the midst of a gruesome reality. But Arjun realized, I am petrified, I am trembling, yet Sri Krishna has no change in his behavior. He says, आओ हम युद्ध करेंगे. आओ हम युद्ध करेंगे. If nobody known to Krishna was standing in front, it was okay, right? In the opposite side. But that was not the case. And Arjun realized this. See, the difference between a tapasvi like Ram or Sri Krishna, who were kings, who were kshatriyas, who were rulers, who went through a lot in their life, and us probably is that we get very disturbed when situations are not in our favor. Not only this, we leave and we forget our ability to discriminate, our ability to make unbiased judgments, our ability to remain composed. And they did not. Let me remind you again and again and again, these are इतिहास. रामायण इतिहास है. महाभारत जिसके मध्य गीता आती है, वो भी एक इतिहास है. इतिहास मतलब it is history. Hence these were people like you and me walking on earth, living a life of existence just like you and me. वो बात अलग है कि they realize their divine self and we are not able to. And this is what our scriptures are telling us. You need not run away from the situation you are in. You need not leave your houses. You need not leave your family. You need not leave your near and dear ones. All you need to do is Shri Hari wherever you are, in whatever situation you are. Realization will happen here, right now. Like Vibhishan Geeta was narrated in the middle of a battle, Geeta, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, is also being narrated in the middle of a battle. It is not a serene environment, it is an environment of war. And that is when your true nature comes out, isn't it? भाई अच्छी सिचुएशन में जब सब हमारे अनुकूल है, तब तो कोई भी स्थित रह सकता है, कोई भी कंपोज रह सकता है, कोई भी काम रह सकता है, राइट, शांत रह सकता है. किंतु when the situation is not in our favor, when everything we have planned has gone against us, at that time is the real test. And there is no other ashram better than the Grihast ashram to test us again and again and again and again. When we are giving examinations also, be it PMT, PET, CAT, GMAT, the more the papers you solve, the better prepared you are, isn't it? We tend to solve the papers from previous years, don't we? Right? The more the practice, the more prepared we are, the more the practice. And Grihast Ashram does just that. It is a testing field. It is a battlefield. Every minute, every second, we are being tested. And we are given chances to improve. Everything that is happening around us, every person that we come face to face with, every situation that is being thrown on us is for our own upliftment. It is a test. And upliftment to what? To realizing our Satchit Anand Swarup. In the most dire of situations, Ramji realized the self. In the worst of situations, Sri Krishna realized himself. Arjun himself is going to realize the true divine nature of Sri Krishna and later himself in the middle of the battlefield. They were not sitting in a jungle. They were not dressed as tapasvis or sannyasis. Now, tapasvi is a wrong word. Tapasvi can be dressed in jeans and pant, could be going to office or could be doing housework like anybody else. But yet be a tapasvi. Because tapasvis are identified by the way they react to a situation. They normally don't react also. They respond. Whereas the others hysterically react. Right? Too much of joy, too much of sorrow. कुछ मिल गया तो बहुत कुछ खो गया तो बहुत दुखी. These extremes are there in others, but a tapasvi draped in a normal outfit, living a normal life, just like all of us, would react or rather respond in a very different manner. Sada Anand, Sada Anand, Sada Anand. Unbiased judgments. He'll always be a witness like Sri Hari, Sri Krishna over here is. And Arjun has realized this. And now Arjun has realized and has said in the last verse, Sri Krishna, we both are in the same situation. But tum sthit ho aur main vichlit hu. Right? You are calm and composed and I am agonized. The grief that I am facing in my heart is beyond my words can even describe. Please tell me, how do I behave like you? मैं तुम्हारे जैसा कैसे बनूं कृष्ण? फ्रॉम नाउ ऑन यू आर नॉट माई ब्रदर, यू आर नॉट माई रिलेटिव, यू आर नॉट माई मित्र, यू आर माई गुरु एंड आई एम योर शिष्य. यह गुरु वशिष्ठ या किसी साधु को उसने गुरु नहीं बनाया, बिकॉज उनकी सिचुएशन ही अलग है. उनने गुरु उसको बनाया जो हमारे जैसा होते हुए भी बहुत ही शांत है. We have to respect a person who in the same situation behaves in a divine manner. When the situation changes, anybody can be divine, right? So Arjun realized it. And now Arjun is no more saying that I would not fight the war. That thing is gone. Now Arjun says, Krishna, you are my guru. Please मुझे समझा दो अब मुझे कैसे क्या करना है. And you know the problem I am having, Shri Krishna? Over here Arjun says, Nahi prapashya bimamapanutyat yacho kamucho shanamendriyanam avapya bhuma vasapatnamritham rajam suranam apichadhipatyam. Rajam suranam apichadhipatyam. अर्जुन कह रहे हैं कि श्री कृष्ण, you know what I'm feeling right now is restlessness of my senses. In this verse, he clearly says that I am feeling so restless. My senses are so restless that I feel that not only here in Bhulok, even in Swarglok, I would not be at peace. My senses are agitated. He says कि even on earth, if I am able to get all the wealth, all the luxuries, I am able to have no enemies whatsoever on earth. I can have Rajya of the entire land, right? Yet I know that I would not be happy. Now happy ke jagah we can say I won't be anandit, because happiness is momentary, anand is permanent. We oscillate between happiness and sorrow, but we remain established in anand. We have to stop this oscillation. This is all that is. Many a times we reach the pinnacles of bliss, but then we come falling down, tumbling down immediately. So over here is saying, see, I have a feeling, Shri Krishna, ki even if I fight the battle, and we might win, he's saying, right? It is very much, he knows that Shri Krishna is with him, so he would not lose. It is not possible for him to lose. Yet he is saying, everything, with everything being positive for me after the battle, I don't feel that my indriyas, my senses would become composed and happy. Krishna, not only this, even if this is only the earth we are talking about, right? We are talking about the Mrityulok, the Bhumi. Even if I am able to win over Devlok, and I get Amravati, I start ruling over Amravati, I get all the comforts of the heavens. Yet I feel that the tremendous sorrow, you know, it is like we have all felt the sorrow sometimes or the other when, you know, each and every sense is drenched in agony. This wrecking, you know, this sorrow which is totally breaking me will not leave me. I can't see the end of the sorrow. I can't see the senses being ever happy and blissful. I can't see it, oh Krishna. And I do not want this sorrow anymore. Please tell me how to get rid of this agony which is totally destroying my inner peace. मेरी शांति को खंडित कर रहा है. Oh Krishna, how now? Tell me the way out. With this, Arjun has actually qualified as a true disciple. The quench and the thirst to know the truth is not only a spark, it has become a burning fire now. And it is burning everything that he sees. He realizes that there is no joy in this material world. There is no joy in Swarglok. And I keep repeating, most of the sages say all the tapasya, sadhana, penance that we are doing is not to reach heavens or not to get material gains. Our journey is beyond. And this is what Arjun has said. I do not see any joy in this material realm. Maya se meri tripti nahi hogi. Trishna, desires never end. It is like you're running after a mirage. And at a distance you feel that there will be water and it will soothe your thirst, but it never will. And Arjun has come to realize it. So he has thrown any desire. He has thrown Trishna away as being useless. He has thrown the material world away as being useless. He says, इससे मुझे contentment नहीं मिलेगा. Santushti nahi milegi. And this realization comes to very few. And even if it comes, it's momentary. When somebody dies, we might have Shamshan Vairagya and we'll say, कि क्या फायदा, क्या साथ लेके गया. Shamshan Vairagya is a very big thing, isn't it? Ramana Maharishi became what he is because of Shamshan Vairagya. Because when his father died, he was weeping and somebody says that this is not your father. It is just his body. Then he said, who's my father? Oh, he is gone. What is gone? The body is here. It is intact. But you're saying this is not my father. Then who is my father? And he held on to this. And he kept asking himself, who am I? Where have I come from? Who am I? Where have I come from? He did not let go of Shamshan Vairagya. And what he became Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi. We all have that moment of Vairagya. But unlike Arjun, we don't hold on to it. We let it slip. We are given multiple chances to awaken. We are all in deep slumber, whether we like it or not. We are all in slumber, tucked away in some dream. Tucked away in a dream. One dream after another dream. And the dream is so good that we do not want to awaken. And when the dream becomes horrifying or it becomes a horror story in our life, we start complaining because we want to get back to the dream which was good. We do not want to break the cycle of dreams. जगना तो हम चाहते ही नहीं है. But Arjun जगना चाहता है. He is saying, sense gratification will not ever get me anand, will not ever get me infinite bliss. It is going to get me momentary happiness. Not only this, now I don't even see momentary happiness. It is burning me. Trishna and desires burn. We do not know. We do not come to realize with every desire we burn, with every Trishna we burn, with every want we burn. And Arjun has come to awaken and has realized the fact कि ये जो माया है ना, ये जला रही है. It is not taking, one desire is not taking us towards happiness. The other desires, कुछ नहीं. सब खेल है ये. This is a game of Maya. And we are trapped between this game of Maya. We keep playing this game and Maya keeps enjoying. You know what are the two most important elements in this game? My ego and my expectation. The game rotates around my ego, my expectation, and the third element is my desire. Expectation can be clubbed with desire also, right? My ego, my expectation. My ego not hurt, my ego glorified. My expectations met. I am happy. My ego hurt. My expectations not met. I am sad. ये कब तक खेलेंगे हम ये खेल? When are we going to rise above ego and expectations and say that we do not want desires? We do not want sense gratifications. They are burning us. अर्जुन बोल रहा है मुझे नहीं चाहिए. मुझे ऐसा लगता है श्री कृष्ण, even if I win the battle, which I'm sure we will because you are with us, yet I will still be agonized in spite of having everything. ये मेरा विषाद तो जाने वाला नहीं है. Second, he says, not only here, if I am able to reach heaven, we always tell our children, right? Do good deeds, you'll go to heaven. Do bad deeds, you'll go to hell. Heaven is a very mundane thing, and Arjun has realized. Heaven is a temporary dwelling place. Indra is a temporary position. The minute we live off our punya, our savings of punya, our savings of good deed, we are literally thrown off. We are kicked out of heaven back to be born into Mrityulok in various yonis. Yonis is various species. This human birth is not even easily available for the gods. They also crave for this human birth. And Arjuna is saying, I think even if I end up winning over heaven through my good deeds, ठीक है, धर्म पे चल के अगर मुझे स्वर्ग भी प्राप्त हो जाता है तो भी मेरी ये तृष्णा खत्म नहीं होगी. I'll still be burning. That also will not give me anand. And this way, Arjun has finally awakened. He's not talking about attachments. He's not talking about relations. He's not talking about anything. He is talking about inner peace, inner contentment. The locus of control has suddenly been shifted inside. He has realized that nothing outside of me can give me peace or happiness or agony. Abhi tak, he was finding his solution outside. Now, because Shri Krishna shook him with his rebukes, he realized probably I am looking in the wrong direction. See, we see the world based on the color of the specs, right? The color of the world will be based on the color of the specs we are wearing, the glasses we are wearing. Krishna cleaned his glasses. Arjun, kya kar rahe ho? He says, the anarya jushtam aswargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. Arjun, God is like alarmed. He's saying, my goodness, I made this person in my own chavi, and not only is he not behaving in a noble manner, he is going to get apyash on earth and he will not even get swarg. So he's saying, अगर मुझे इस भूमि पे यश मिल भी गया, फेम, नेम, ग्लोरी, रिस्पेक्ट, फिर भी I would not be happy. And even if I am able to reach heaven, I do not think that is my destination. I would not be happy, Krishna. Please show me the way out of this vicious circle. मैं फंस गया हूँ, निकल नहीं पा रहा हूँ, श्री कृष्ण, and nobody other than you can help me. Not even myself. And look at the beauty over here. Arjun has dropped his Gardeef. Arjun has totally, he's sitting down. His eyes have tears. He cannot see the world outside. Right? This is the situation. So he has given up control. He is not fighting the world, fighting this battle of liberation through his own power anymore. Gardeef niche. And where is he sitting? He is sitting on the chariot with 5 white horses. He is not controlling the chariot anymore. He can't see. He can't see where to go. Initially he said, Krishna, take me to the middle of the army. Now he is telling Krishna, where should I go? See that inner controller, Shri Krishna, that divine is in us. Now Arjun has given the reins of his chariot to Sri Krishna. So far, even after giving the reins of his chariot to Sri Krishna, he was still trying to dictate where he should go, what he should do, what he should not. Now he has dropped everything. His Gandiv is gone. He is sitting. His eyes are closed to the world outside. Totally turned inside. He has surrendered to the Lord. And while surrendering, he has realized the mundane nature of Bhumi and Swarglok. पता है ये भू भुव स्व तो कितनी बार ही नष्ट हो जाते हैं. Yesterday a child asked me this question कि do the sages live beyond, auntie? I said yes beta. Bhu bhuva swa, they keep being destroyed again and again and again and again. But there are lokas below and lokas above which do not get destroyed with such frequency. And there are certain sages like Hanuman ko le lo, जो चिरंजीवी है. They live to the life of Brahmaji and beyond. And we are trapped not only on earth, and our destination is not only till heaven. और आगे क्या? And Arjun has discarded Mrityulok and Swarglok. That realization कि my journey is to something beyond has dawned. And ये आसान नहीं है. It is not easy. It comes after a lot of tapasya. Unfortunately today, people find ways of saying that we do not have to do penance. They take examples of Raja Janak. We do not know his history of what kind of a churning his ancestors went through. Nobody can reach the state of where Arjun is without churning in their life. What is churning? Churning is tapasya. Churning is tyag. Churning is penance. Yes, churning is upwas. Churning is having as much as you need and nothing more. ये राह नहीं आसान. सुन ले हे प्राणी, ये आग का दरिया है और डूब के जाना है. Sitting on the shore, you can just estimate the depth of the ocean. But to really find out, you have to take the plunge. To get the pearls from the bed of the ocean, you have to take the plunge. None of us are willing to take the plunge. फिर फायदा नहीं है गीता पढ़ने का. अभी from now on, उपदेश चालू होंगे. One by one, Sri Krishna is going to talk and he's going to tell us the reality. Right now, we are in Sankhya Yoga, right? That divine wisdom will be revealed. The thing is, are we ready to accept and imbibe and implement that divine wisdom in our hearts? अर्जुन तैयार है, हाँ? तभी श्री कृष्ण बोलेंगे. If Arjun would have still been trapped in Maya in this material world or trapped in the desire to get Kirti and Swarg, Sri Krishna would not have opened his mouth. But now, the student is ready and the teacher will speak. This is total surrender, total realization that what I am doing is worthless. And who knows, there's this beautiful story that goes that there were 100 people, okay, in a camp. 100 people were there and 99 people fell asleep. One stayed awake. That one who was awake knew that the 99 were sleeping. But the 99 who were sleeping did not know that one was awake. The 99 who were sleeping did not know that one was awake. And one or two of them, when the time came, gradually, when they awakened, they realized that that one did not sleep. And now we are also awakened. But the others were still sleeping, hence they did not know. See, when you are asleep, you would not know when somebody is awake. but that awakened knows that you are sleeping. But when you awake from your slumber and you look around, you realize, right? Oh my God, that is the awakened one. He has been awake throughout. Arjun realized from his slumber when he got up in this verse, at this point, he tells Krishna, you are the awakened one. You are awakened. मैं भी अभी जागा हूं, अब मुझे सोने मत देना. I do not want to sleep again. I do not want to be tucked away in a dream again. I do not want this mundane existence. I do not want Swarglok. I want you. I want divine wisdom. Oh Shri Krishna, Sharanam Baba. Shri Krishna, Sharanam Baba. Shri Krishna, Sharanam Baba. Full surrender. Shri Krishna, Sharanam Baba. तेरी शरण में आए हैं ठाकुर. अब सोने मत देना, अब संसार में खोने मत देना. ऐसा जगा दो कि फिर सो ना जाओ. ऐसा होता ना है. हे नाथ, अब तो ऐसी दया हो, जीवन निरर्थक जाने ना पाए. ये मन न जाने क्या क्या कराए. कुछ बन ना पाया अपने बनाए. संसार में ही आसक्त रहकर, दिन रात अपने मतलब की कहकर, सुख के लिए लाखों दुख सहकर, ये दिन अभी तक यूं ही बिताए. सुख के लिए लाखों दुख सहकर, ये दिन अभी तक यूं ही बिताए. हे नाथ, अब तो ऐसी दया हो, जीवन निरर्थक जाने ना पाए. ऐसा जगा दो फिर सो ना जाओ. ऐसा जगा दो फिर सो ना जाओ. अपने को निष्काम प्रेमी बनाओ. मैं आपको चाहूं और फिर पाऊं. संसार का भय रह कुछ ना जाए. हे नाथ, अब तो ऐसी दया हो, जीवन निरर्थक जाने न पाए. संसार में ही आसक्त रहकर, दिन रात अपने मतलब की कहकर, ये दिन अभी तक यूं ही बिताए. ये दिन अभी तक यूं ही बिताए. ऐसा जगा दो फिर सो ना जाओ. अपने को निष्काम प्रेमी बनाओ. ये पल वापस आए ना आए. नर्तन है साधन, भव सिद्धू थर लू. ऐसा समय फिर आए ना आए. नर्तन है साधन, भव सिद्धू तर लू. ऐसा समय फिर आए ना आए. ये मनुष्य जन्म व्यर्थ ना गवाइए. वापस मिलेगा नहीं. देव, मुनि, सुर, सबसे दुर्लभ ये जन्म है. मनुष्य जन्म, मनुष्य योनि में जन्म हुआ है. और अब अर्जुन बोल रहा है कि अब मुझे सोना नहीं है. कृष्ण, अब मुझे सोना नहीं है. And when we look at this, Shri Krishna smiles. I'll skip a verse and go to verse number 10. तबुवाच ऋषिकेश प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदं वचः. श्री कृष्ण ये सुनकर हंस देते हैं. He smiles. The Lord is always looking at us. He says, you take one step, I will run towards you with hundreds and thousands of strides. but you take one step at least. I am standing with my arms open. At least take one step towards me. Sri Hari ne Shrishti banai to be loved. He wanted to know how it feels to be loved. Not only do we know how to love the Lord, we do not even know how to love each other. हर मनुष्य में श्री हरि विराज गए. हर मनुष्य में श्री हरि came and sat down. He said, ये आपस में जब एक दूसरे को प्यार करेंगे तो मुझे भी प्यार मिलेगा. हमें प्यार की परिभाषा ही नहीं पता है. We do not know what love is. We got lost in attachment. We do not know what true love is. We got lost in selfishness. The most pure of relationships, that is between a mother and a child, is also selfish. The mother loves the child because he is her child. Had he been somebody else's child, the same individual would not have been loved as much. Shrishti banai because he wanted to feel loved. We forgot what love is. We got entangled in Maya. We got entangled in desires. We got entangled in the bliss of heaven. And when somebody suddenly awakened, when Arjun awakened and he says, this is all not right. ये अविज्ञान है. ये avidya hai. This is ignorance and it is darkness. Don't let me fall in it again. Shri Krishna smiles. He has a smile on his face. हंसते हुए से भगवान ने हंसते हुए से बोलना शुरू करा. प्रसन्न प्रसन्न इव हंसते हुए से, with a smile, Rishikesha, the controller of the Indriyas, or you can say the one with curly hair, whatever you want to call him, Bhagwan smiled and he started talking with such joy in his heart. And this is the joy that has a ripple effect, that goes on to a devotee. That is why we say, right? These shrutis, all our scriptures are shrutis. These are heard by the sages. ये सब सुनी है. किसने बोला? When somebody awakened like Arjun, the Lord Brahman spoke, and his words were like nectar, and they became shrutis. These are shrutis that we hear, which have been documented, and these shrutis are drunk by true devotees like Arjun, who crave nothing else but liberation, who crave nothing else but Sri Hari, who crave nothing else but to know the divine truth about Brahman, who crave nothing else but to love the Lord. And that is when the Lord speaks. And when he speaks, these shrutis are heard. He speaks to everybody. But only the awakened can hear, right? And when he speaks to the awakened, he smiles. And that melody comes out. Abhi in here, it is Geeta, the song of divine wisdom. It is a song. Most of our scriptures are melodious. Shrutiyan बहुत सुंदर होती है सुनने में. Because it is the divine song that Lord sings with a smile when somebody turns towards him with true love and no malice and expectations. We turn to the Lord for things. We never turn to the Lord for the Lord. Today Arjun turned to the Lord to know the Lord. He discarded everything as useless. He says, Thakur, you are the only one who is worth having. अब मुझे सोने मत देना. Now you pull me towards you. Now you pull me out of agyan. Pull me out of this daldal. Pull me out of this quicksand. Don't let me sink, O Lord. I turn towards you. So after this, Sanjay says, verse number 9, एव भुक्त्वा हृषीकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तप नयोत्स्य इति गोविन्द नयोत्स्य इति गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तुष्णीं बभूवः उक्त्वा तुष्णीं बभूवः. Now Sanjay is saying, after this, Sanjay says these two verses. He says, Eva Bhuktva Rishikesham Gudakeshah Parantapa. Now he says, this dear Rishikesh, he is beyond this world, right? He is beyond everything. And he's saying something to Arjun, Gudakeshin. Rishikesh, curly hair. Gudakesh, also hair. No. Rishikesh, the controller of the Indriyas, speaks to the one. Rishikesh is the Ish of the Indriyas, speaks to the one who has controlled his senses, who has victory over even sleep. Yes. Arjun ne tapasya kam nahi ki thi. We have to do tapasya. There is no shortcuts in this path. There are no shortcuts on this path. Vigilance at every step. सही है, गलत है. नीड है, वांट है. जरूरी है, नहीं है. स्वार्थ है, नहीं है. दे रहा हूं या ले रहा हूं. सृष्टि से मैं जितना दे रहा हूं उतना ले रहा हूं या ज्यादा ले रहा हूं. Every time we have to be vigilant. अजाट्य. हनुमान जी अजाट्य थे. Always aware. Always in control. Not a wrong decision. तप एक अन्न भी मुंह में जरूरत से ज्यादा नहीं जाना चाहिए. It comes with practice. एक शब्द भी मुंह से जरूरत से ज्यादा नहीं निकलना चाहिए. निद्रा, sleep also should not be beyond what is really needed for the body. Ati sarvatra varjate. Everything in moderation. It's very difficult. We slip, it's okay. Pull yourself again. We slip, it's okay. Pull yourself again. Tapasvi Shri Ram, Tapasvi Shri Krishna. His इतिहास है. राजा थे, हमारे जैसे रहते थे, गृहस्थ थे. ना जग छोड़ो, ना हरि भूलो, करम कर जिंदगानी में, जियो दुनिया में यो जैसे कमल रहता है पानी में. संसार छोड़ने का कोई नहीं बोलता यहाँ. हमारे शास्त्र कभी संसार छोड़ने का नहीं बोलते. हमारा कर्तव्य करने का बोलते हैं. अगेन एंड अगेन श्री कृष्ण सेड, अर्जुन तुम क्षत्रिय हो, अपना धर्म पूरा करो, उठो गाड़ी उठाओ. उठो गाड़ी उठाओ. लड़ो. अधर्म है तो अधर्म से लड़ो. Just because you're spiritual, that does not make you an inert object. The energy that you have when you spiritually awaken is beyond comprehension of any materialistic person. They are not inert objects just because they are content. They are not wasting their energies and their power in mundane material things. वो सेम ऊर्जा जो एक तपस्वी में है, उससे अभी सृष्टि चल रही है. The earth is alive in spite of all that is happening is because of some tapasvi sitting in a Himalaya cave using all his energy for the greater good of people. When you awaken spiritually, your energies are not for yourself. You use the same energy to spread happiness and joy and awaken others. Never take a tapasvi to be an inert object. They are more dynamic, more energetic than any mundane material person. Just because they are calm and composed, that does not mean they are cowards and useless. And over here, he's saying, Gudakeshena, the one who has done so much of penance, the one who has controlled his nidra, the one who has controlled his indriya, is now talking to the Lord himself. But over here, he has taken something wrong. The yotsya iti govinda. He's saying, मैं लड़ाई नहीं करूँगा, ये नहीं है. Because Sanjay has interpreted, right? See, Sanjay is listening. He is looking. Arjun in nowhere is saying that I would not fight the battle. Because he's already surrendered to the Lord in the previous verse. He's saying, now you tell me what to do. You are my guru. I am your disciple. I will follow. Right? So over here, Sanjay thinks that he's saying, I am not going to fight. This is not the thing. This is a misinterpretation of the previous verse. Over there, he's saying, I think material joys are useless. So are the heavenly joys. I'll move beyond. Now remember, this battle is not for the material gain. Right? This is not a personal grudge that, Arjun is going to take off. No, it might look like that if we misinterpret Mahabharata. No, this is a battle between dharma and adharma. And Arjun has reached that level. So he is not saying, I won't fight this battle. He is saying, tell me the right way to approach this battle. So over here he's saying, Rishikesh and Gudakesh, they are talking. And over here he is also saying that Arjun is saying, I am not going to fight. And Arjun has become quiet. Arjun has become quiet because he has calmed down. The storm has subsided kind of. See, when you put down the anchor, right, when there is a stormy weather and the ships are there, what do? You put down the anchor, right, so that the ships don't drift away here and there. In the same way, Arjun has put down his anchor. Who is his, and where? Who has become his anchor? Who has he turned to? The Lord himself, Shri Krishna. So in spite of the turbulence all around him, his ship is not swaying as it was. So although to Sanjay, it seems as though Arjun is quiet, right? He is not willing to fight the battle. That is not the case. Are bhai, the one who has done tapasya, one who has controlled his senses, the one who has controlled Nidra, which is very difficult to control. Who was the other person who had controlled Nidra? Sri Lakshman, right? Whose company was he in always? Ramji's company. Here Arjun is also the controller of Nidra. Whose company is he in? Krishna. So over here he has become quiet because now through his instrument the Lord will act. Arjun is not acting anymore. When the self is gone and only the divine remains, the universe starts functioning through you. There's a story. I do not know whether I have narrated it, but let's listen to this beautiful story before we end the session. Krishna used to go to a garden all the time, He would go, he would like the plants, he would talk to them. Everything is alive. The plants, the birds, the grass, everything can feel our love. So Krishna would spend a lot of time with them. One such day, he went to the bamboos. He was restless and Krishna was frantic. He said, listen, I have to ask something from you. The bamboo said, what do you want, Krishna? Anything for you. He said, no, but it'll hurt you a lot. And then bamboo became quiet. He said, really? Is there no other way, Krishna? Krishna said, no, there is no other way. It will hurt you. You will cry. It will be terrible. There will be pain. You would want me to stop, but I would not be able to stop. But later I promise I'll never leave you. The bamboo said, there's no other way, Krishna. Krishna said, no. If you want to be with me forever, there is no other way. And the bamboo said, okay, Krishna, I agree. So the Lord, Krishna, he cut the bamboo. Then the bamboo cried. And not only this, he started emptying the bamboo, right? Emptying the bamboo. It was painful. He had tears. He wanted Sri Krishna to stop this torture. He did not know what was happening to him. The agony was beyond words. And Krishna kept scrapping the bamboo empty till it became totally hollow. Now the torture did not stop there. He started making holes on the shell also, on the top of the bamboo. He started making holes and finally, a beautiful bansuri, a flute was created. And Krishna hugged the flute. He hugged the flute and he put the flute on his lips and started the beautiful music. Krishna ki bansuri, the music started flowing out of the flute. And Krishna never left his flute, ever. And when asked, why does Krishna love you so much? Why does Krishna never leave you? How do you play such beautiful music? The flute answered, Krishna cleansed me with all the trials and I didn't question him. And now I am empty. Empty of everything. No ego, no expectations, nothing. No desires, no wants. I am empty. And now Krishna's music comes out of me. It is not me anymore. It's only Krishna. He plays his beautiful music through me. I became his instrument. Arjun became Krishna's instrument. And that is why Krishna smiled. What Sanjay sees as a still person who is quiet is what Arjun is. Because now, through Arjun, Sri Hari will speak. Sri Hari will speak. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki Ram Lakshman Janaki Jai Bolo Hanuman Ki भक्ति के अवतार की जय जय बजरंगबली जय श्री राम जय श्री कृष्ण जय हनुमान जय हनुमान जय हनुमान